Hello everyone. This is Tamernan, and today is a special day because today is an MWP draft. So on this screen over here, we'll have the actual draft going on, and at this screen over here, we'll have the actual MWP discussion going on. So it's now the milk tanks' turn to draft, and we'll see who they get first. Most likely, because it's at Seo, it might be either Chaitanya, Plunger, Lycan. They might want to get the big boys out of the way first. They got Bush Tush, who is a relatively well-known player in general. I don't know how much they'll go for specifically, but I do know that they're relatively decent, even though they were tour banned formerly from a I think a previous MPL. I'm pretty sure they were tour banned, but that doesn't matter in this situation. What matters is how good they can play. And in that regard, they did do okay, if I remember correctly, from the last tournament they played in before they got banned. So they should go for a decent amount. Not anything like 20k over, but I think like 10k is probably a modest amount for him. Alright, he went for 8.5, looks like. Oh, never mind. Alright, 9.5. Alright, who they just draft? Chaitanya. Yeah, Chaitanya's gonna go. I don't know why they didn't just go straight for 20k. That's kind of wild. But yeah, Chaitanya's gonna be the most expensive player because he's extremely good at BO3. Basically, any tier you put him in, he's guaranteed, almost guaranteed to win, unless your opponent's name is Lucky Piper. Uh, I think he probably might go for 30k if people want him that bad. But yeah, he's gonna be. If he isn't the most expensive player, then it's probably gonna be One True Lycan. And I really don't have much else to say besides that. Obviously, he's the tier leader. He's very good. He's probably gonna be mainly put in the BO3 slot though because he's pretty good. So yeah, might be seeing him go for what? Okay, that's kind of crazy. He actually went straight for 32k. Okay, so they're going for this is record amount, I think. 35k. I mean, he's worth the money for sure, but that's a that's gonna be something. That's gonna be something, all right. All right, so now Chite has a lot of pressure, but he probably doesn't care. He's probably gonna win anyway. So 36.5, most expensive player in the draft so far. Alright, so here I am. It's a little story. Apparently, I was going to get drafted. I was going to get drafted by Lucky Piper because of some anime nonsense that he made me pull off for the past couple of weeks. So yeah, it was kind of just rough. I had to endure having an anime profile picture in both my Discord and my above my Discord and my Smogon, which was honestly the most pain I've ever had to endure in my entire life. So yeah, I am now fine. This is also the first tournament I've ever been drafted in, so I'm obviously very happy and excited. And I'm very happy that Mr. Piper kept his promise. So yeah, I'm very excited. be able to play in the store. Who's just got knocked? One True Lycan. So yeah, One True Lycan, very good BO3 player once again. He can also play other tiers if I'm not mistaken, but he's probably going to be put in BO3 because that's where he shines the most. Obviously, if you watch my coverage from last MPO, last MPO, you know that One True Lycan's very talented, very good at playing BO3. If you watch any of my commentaries, so yeah, One True Lycan's gonna go for a lot because he's super good, almost guaranteed, almost a guaranteed win in like any slot. Well, not any slot, just in BO3 and like maybe SS if he gets proper team support, but that's about it. Let's see. Is he gonna be on my team? No, unfortunate. I kind of want One True Lycan on my team, but if I don't get him, it's fine. But yeah, 36k for One True Lycan. Oh, is he about to go for more than Chaitanya? Alright. 37.5. Chait actually got surpassed. That's actually crazy. 38.5. 39. Are we going to reach 40? It's looking like we're going to reach 40. Oh my god, he actually went to 40. That's actually insane. I cannot believe that they're actually spending 40k on a player. That's like a majority of your budget. Yeah, that's unfortunate because yeah, he actually got 40k for One True Lycan. Well, it is what it is. Peachy Clouds, that's who Dolly is, by the way. Peachy is going to go for quite a bit because they're very good at SS, and I don't know about Nat decks, but he's definitely good at SS. I'm not sure about LC either. That kind of looks out of nowhere, but I'm sure he'd be able to do fine if he gets the proper team support. He just went for 26.5. Okay, so they undid that because obviously Flostover cannot type for some godforsaken reason. But yeah, Peachy is very good. I may have beaten them in monotype generations, but it doesn't really matter that I beat them in that one match. They're still an extremely talented player, and that's why I even gush about it in the first place, because they're very good. Obviously, they went 9-1 in a previous MPO. They did pretty well this MPO too, so very excited to see what he does in this tournament. He's definitely going to be put in one of the SS slots because I don't really think he knows how to play OMs that well, besides like LC maybe, because I think he has played like actual LC before and was actually pretty decent at it, so I'm sure he's decent at that tier, but I think for now he's probably going to be put in SS if I had to put my finger on where he'd go. Not really that much of a BO3 player, I don't think, but he could be put in there. But I definitely think he's probably going to be SS for the most part. Excuse me. But yeah. PG's going to go onto the milk bag meal tanks with Chaitanya and Zap. So yeah, looking quite scary, not gonna lie. Say is a very he's more of an old head monotype player. He's played. I remember giving him teams for Gen 8, so yeah, he does play this tier, but I don't really know what tier he's gonna play. Oh god, I really should disable PMs. Hold on. Where's disabled DMs? Yeah, there we go. Alright, bit more so yeah, Sai is a very good mono type player, obviously. He's more of an old gen kind of person though, so I don't know if he's really that good of a pick here. But I definitely do think he's still definitely decent enough to warrant a good over 10k. So yeah, Sai is pretty decent at monotype in general. He knows the tier very well, and he can play pretty well as long as he has good team support. Because if I remember correctly, he doesn't build, so he needs to actually have someone who's good at building to allow him to win properly. But yeah, it should be a pretty good matchup. I mean, not a good matchup, just a good buy for the Potown Pandas. That is their first player, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, besides Floss. Next up we have Phyton. Alright, so Phyton is an extremely good player, even though he cancered for no reason during a previous tournament, MPL. But with that aside, he still did extremely well despite that. So, and he's still an incredibly good player. So I definitely do think he's going to go for a lot here. Very good SS, very good BO3. He's probably going to get put in BO3. We got him. Nice. Welcome to the team, Phyton. Proud to have you. I mean, happy to have you. Alright, here comes Splash. Alright, I don't know why Mateus went straight 7k on Splash, but that's crazy. Yeah. It's gonna go for more, because Splash is a very popular and good, well, he's a very popular player that plays a lot of SS, definitely plays a lot of this tier. He was considered one of the best SS players pre-MPL, and then he didn't do well on the tour, and then proceeded to not play for the rest of the week. I mean, the rest of the tournament, actually. And that soured a lot of people's opinions on him, but that doesn't matter because he's still a decent player and was considered one of the best, so he'll still go for a lot, primarily because of that. Maybe not as much as Floss or Conflux, but he's still going to go for a lot. But yeah, he was one of the main three mono zoomers. Alright, so the Pandas got him for 12.5, not a bad price. Alright, who's gonna get voted next? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Splash does play LC, so yeah. But he's probably going to be put in SS or something. I don't know who they're going to pick next, because right now they got 2 SS players already with Floss and Splash, and I don't know what Say is going to do. I think they're going to put him in BO3, because he definitely doesn't play OMs. I know that. Yeah, I think they're just going to put him in BO3, I think. And Floss is an incredibly good builder for Gen 8, so I guess, yeah, this pairing could definitely work. Iza. Iza is a very, very old player that, he plays in a lot of tournaments. Well, he doesn't play in a lot of tournaments anymore. Well, recently because he was banned for the longest time, but now Unchained, he's going to go for quite a bit. Because he was apparently, I can't attest to any of this because I didn't know the player when he was popular, but he is a very, very popular player, and apparently very respected. by most of the community, as you can see by him going for more than 10k. So I don't know what he'd do. I don't think he'd play OMs, at least from my conversations with him. He doesn't seem like he'd be an OM player. So I'm going to guess he's either BO3 or SS. Might be BO3, who knows. But yeah, definitely do think he's going to be one of those players. Just going to be playing SS. He's not going to play any OM. At least as far as I'm aware, he's not going to play an OM. Even though he probably could adapt to it pretty quickly. Alright, he's going for 19k. Pretty decent price. 19.5, 20k, yeah. 20k ETH is actually pretty good. Uh, 21. Alright, so now we're getting into the high prices. Didn't think he'd be worth that much, but clearly I'm underestimating his skill and his prowess at the game, so I guess he is worth this much. Like I said, I don't know this player very, very well, at least at his prime. I don't know how good he was at his prime, but I definitely do think this is quite a lot for someone who hasn't played in hasn't played in a tournament, at least an official tournament, in years. So I don't know. Seems like a lot, but I guess we'll just see when the tournament pans out how well he'll do. He's going for 27.5. Is he gonna go for 30k? He's already went for more than Phyton, who has played recently and has actually shown results. If he goes for 30k, that's actually kind of crazy. Wow, it looks like he's actually gonna go for. Wow, he's actually gonna go for 30k. I guess he's just that good. Oh. He's almost worth as much as Chite, apparently. Damn, 31k for Iza. Someone who hasn't played in a long ass time. At least in an official tournament, as far as I'm aware. But yeah. Oh, also the Serenas have no money. Yeah, Serenas do not have a lot of money left, and they just have okay, so they have one True Lycan, Iza, and Rosh. So if Iza's as good as they think it as is portrayed here, well, I hope they do well. Alright, Maki's Fox, obviously the hero of MPL6, excuse me, for the Miniors, went undefeated 3-0 after they had to replace them mid-game, after they needed a replacement mid-tournament, so Maki's put it into work and got the results. He'll probably go for a modest amount because he was the hero, so we'll see. Is he going to be worth 10k? I don't know, but he's definitely going to be an SS player. Did I talk about the last person? Oh yeah, I did. Iza is definitely not an OM player, but Maki's Fox is definitely an SS player. Also, he's incredibly lucky in other tournaments. I don't think he was super lucky in MPL, but he's definitely been lucky in seasonals and Crown Tundra Tour especially. So I definitely do think he's one of the most expensive. I mean, not one of the most expensive, but definitely a good player and potential to do really well in this tournament. Both with the fact that he's actually a pretty decent player and pretty decent player and pretty good luck. So this might actually be a very valuable pick for the Murkrows. All right, Serena's gonna get attribute. Looks like Lucky Viper is gonna try and get him. Viridian Vivillons haven't gotten anyone, which is very interesting. Attribute's a very good builder for SS, and I don't really think he builds for other tiers. I remember playing for him in MWP 2. He was a manager in that tournament, and I don't think he actually did a lot of the building for OMs, at least as far as I'm aware. I think he mainly just did SM at the time, and the other tiers, and he just got helpers for all the other tiers to help with. I think he had Catalytic do the building for like Ubers and AAA and all that. But yeah, he's definitely a good builder. I kind of want him on my team too. But it looks like Lucky Piper has stopped bidding on him, so it looks like it's just not happening. But yeah, he'll go for a lot because not only is he a good player, but he's also a good builder, which is incredibly valuable in this tournament. Now, I could be wrong about him not building for OMs, but if I remember correctly, he didn't really build. And I think he got other people and Kev to basically build for themselves. So yeah. He did build a SM, from what I remember though, so yeah. Alright, 24.5. $25.5. 26. Oh, Floss getting him for 26 is interesting, but okay. Looks like the pandas get attribute. I didn't really think they'd need more building help with Floss, but I guess it couldn't hurt, especially if Splash decides to just leave in the middle of the tournament, but yeah. Zukubu Royale, definitely a very good player, both in SS and BO3. Natdex, I'm not too sure about, because I don't really think a lot of people actually play Natdex. I think they only started to pick it up once they heard it was in monotype, so I guess mainly the people who are good at SM are the main threats to look out for in Natdex, I think, for the most part. Because Natdex is basically SM plus SS elements without Dynamax, so yeah, it's basically going to be mainly SM players that are going to be really good in Natdex for the most part. Just with some new gen mechanics, obviously. And a really weird ban list, too. But yeah, Sugu should go for a modest amount. Yeah. Yeah, Sugu went for 11.5. Kind of surprising. I thought he'd go for more, to be honest, but I guess that's just how much he costs. Who knows? As the Sir Chester the Scorchers, Trichotomy. Trichotomy is gonna be worth a lot because he's a very good BO3. Just a very, very solid player in general, so should go for a really incredible amount of money. How much he'll go for, I have no idea, but he might reach 30k. He might. Wait, they're not even trying to do like the 0.5s. That's kind of crazy. Alright, it looks like Lucky Piper really wants him to. So, well, obviously everyone wants him. So, I kind of want him on my team, to be honest with you, because we need a super solid player. Even if he doesn't talk in team chat a lot, like, I just want a super solid player to always rely on. It looks like it's going to go to Havens, though, because Havens hasn't spent a ton of money this draft. So, as you can see here, yeah, he hasn't spent that much. So yeah, he can spend as much as he wants on trike, as long as he has a draft plan later on. Alright, yeah, as I said, he went for 30k. Not surprising. 32. $32.5. Looks like that might be the final. Okay, never mind. It's 33. $33.5. We're nearing Chite amounts of money, which isn't super surprising, but yeah, Trichotomy is kind of worth that much, and it's mainly just Havens. Havens has that money to spend, so he can just kind of go as crazy as he wants. He could go 40k for all I know. Alright, they got Trichotomy, which is very good. Very good pickup for Havens. Yep, they have plans. Alright, looks like it's Lucky Piper's turn to draft. Catalyst. Oh, I really want Catalytic on this team. Catalytic is a very, very seasoned OMs player, like in general, and he's going to be incredibly good when it comes to helping to build for OMs. So I really hope Lucky Piper gets him, because we definitely need that OM help for the most part, because me and the few others that are he's probably thinking about getting OMs can only do so much. I think Catalytic would definitely be a really good pickup for us, but if he goes for too much, it will be outside of Lucky Piper's price range. I mean, budget. So yeah. All right. Yeah, it looks like Cat is going to go for 15k, because last MWP, he doesn't really get drafted for MPL, or really does that much in MPL anyway, but in MWP, he's incredible. What the? Bro, what is it with people and not being able to type? Hello? Alright. But yeah. I don't... Alright, 15k, 15.5, 18. I'm actually kind of sad that Lucky Piper didn't go harder for him. Alright, Floss, actually, that's a decent pickup for Floss, I'm not gonna lie. Because, he needs the OM help, because Attribute, like I said before, doesn't build OMs, and he's really lacking in the OM department, so Catalytic is actually a very good pickup. for him. Next up we have Kev. Kev is a very good monothreat player. He's one of the top 3 monothreat players. Next to Ticken and I forget the other person, but I'm sure they'll come to mind. But yeah, Kev is extremely valuable because he's basically an instant win, except versus Ticken. But he can beat Ticken, and that's what makes him so valuable because Ticken's like the undisputed best monothreat player. And if you try to like separate him from if you try to like do him anywhere else, it's just like Kev is very good at a monothreat, very good at building for it, very good at playing at it. Basically, just your monothreat is just taken care of if you buy him, and it looks like the Pandas have their monothreat slot taken care of. Tekken is also the other valuable monothreat player, but I want to see how much he goes for. He's going to go for a lot, probably. If Kev went for this much, Tekken's probably gonna go for probably the same or more. If he goes for less, that's actually kind of a steal. Who is this? This is Wanka. Wanka is definitely not that great. He's good, but he didn't have a really good performance this MPL, at least in my opinion. And I definitely do. I don't know. I guess he could do well because he's definitely better than like a lot of the other players in the player pool right now. But I'm not sure if he's really worth the 25k that he might be going for. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. For those of you who don't know Wanka, Wanka is obviously former tier leader. 18 worth 18. Oh, he got spent for 18k. But yeah, he's mainly a SS player. Probably gonna play Nat decks, to be honest with you. All right, here comes MWP3 another big talk of the town. MWP3's a very good AAA player and very good at SS as well. He's very flexible, so you can basically put him in either or tier and he'll just do very well because he can also build for it very well. He's even on the AAA council if I'm not wrong, so he's definitely one of the better AAA players. And he can build for himself, so you don't really need that team support for AAA. And he also knows how to build other tiers. I mean, other OMs as well, which is kind of useful. Oh, and he went for 20k. Yeah. So yeah, MWP3 went for 20k. I'm gonna congratulate him. Just give me a second. We're friends, by the way, so that's why I'm congratulating him and not the other people. But yeah, who's next? Freddy and Pavilions have to buy someone. Potown Pandas have like no money now. They're basically gonna have to get like 3Ks or something. Conflux. Conflux is also one of the most well-known players. Most well-known SS players, so he can also build for tier pretty well, so he'll probably go for a decent amount. But yeah, Conflux definitely is one of the better SS players. He had a pretty decent performance in MPL, I'm pretty sure. So I think he should go for a decent amount and also do well this tournament as well. I don't really there's not really much else to say. He's just very decent. He's also on the council, if that means anything. But yeah. going for quite a bit. He went for this much in MPL too, so it's probably because there has that much confidence in his SS playing abilities. So yeah, we'll see how well he does. So they got conflicts for 23.5. Not bad, not bad. I'll have to look at the price list later to see how much he went in comparison to Splash. We need this team specifically. The Word Turtles needs we need OM players. Well, I mean, I am an OM player, but you need other OM players. Harp is kind of a weird pick for this team, but yeah, I definitely do think that he's good at SS. I'm not sure about BO3. I don't think he's really strong in BO3, but I think he's decent at SS. I'm not really sure how I feel about Piper trying to get him up for this team, but yeah, whatever. Harp is definitely good though. Definitely one of the better players. Knows how to build very well. So yeah. Should go for a modest amount. I didn't really think he'd go for more than like 15k, but it looks like he might. Alright, so they got Harp along with Chaitanya, Zep, and Dolly. Zap's an OM player, so they're probably gonna put. Maybe they'll put Harp in that deck. Who knows? All right, it's Havens' turn to draft again. I don't know what the Pavilions are doing, by the way. Like, they're just not drafting. I mean, they've been bidding, I think, but they just haven't been like confirming, trying to get anyone, and they've lost like quite a few good players. So their drafts better like get way better as the time goes on, because it could be a bad look. It could be a very bad look for them if they don't get someone good soon, or at least someone of high value. Star Master is a very good player. Just a very good Pokemon player. Can't say anything about Monotype specifically, but he's definitely a good Pokemon player. I think he did really bad, if I remember last time in MPO. I think he did. I think it was either him or Toto that did really, really badly. But yeah. Aside from that, I think he should go for a modest amount, because people have a lot of faith in Tor players because they're usually very more consistent than Monotype players, at least when it comes to playing. So if you have a good builder with those Tor players, they can just do very well, and you can do very well. In fact, I think the winning MPL team had like a bunch of Tor players. The winning MPL 6 team had a bunch of Tor players, and they just had a good builder in the back, which basically proves the point that yeah, Tor's players are just way better pickups than normal players. I mean, normal Monotype mains. Because even though Monotype mains may be more experienced with the metagame, Tor players are just better overall players, and they know how to play better. So yeah. Unfortunate for Mateus. Alright, so yeah. They just got Star Master for 20k. That's actually kind of a lot, but alright. Ridley? Oh, they got Derpid Death. This person isn't really that much of a tournament player, as far as I'm aware. But okay. I mean, if that's who they want to get, that's cool. All right. All right. Who are the what are the Serenas need right now? I think they need more OM players because they don't have any right now, as far as I'm aware. They got Desem. Desem's decent at OMs, so he's also decent at Natdex, as far as I'm aware. So probably should go for a good amount because he's very flexible. Also a tier leader, but that doesn't matter in this context. Um, yeah, I guess we do kind of need a Natdex player because Desem was very decent at SM, and he's been keeping in touch with Natdex. He's actually one of the few people that I actually know has been consistently playing Natdex and didn't just randomly decide to pick it up recently. So I'm more confident in his abilities to play Natdex instead of some other players. But yeah, okay, 30k to Sam is actually kind of insane. But yeah, uh, yeah, 30k to Sam is quite a bit. I don't know why he's going for this much. That's actually insane. All right, how much did Sam go for? 35k? Didn't he go for more than Trichotomy? That's crazy. Also, yeah, that manager blocking was definitely a bad look. Don't know why I kept it though. You never, you never mute a manager in the middle of a draft. Viva Los Pride is a good OMs player. I know they play lower tiers a lot, so that's definitely something to look out for. But yeah, he's definitely an OMs player. Plays AAA stab mons. Basically, if you need a cheap OMs player, Vivalos is definitely your guy because he actually mains the OMs very well versed in their community as well. So definitely a good pickup. Yeah, Piper definitely wants a player like this, but then again, so does everyone else because there's no other really good stab mons players in the pool. So yeah. But yeah, Vivalis should go for a modest amount. I don't know how much he'll go for, but he should go for a decent amount. All right, 16k for Vivalos is actually not a bad purchase. Oh, and Piper got him. Not bad. I don't know about his building ability. Okay, Gondra. Gondra is going to go for a lot because he's an MPL. He was in MPL, MW. I mean, MPL, MPL. MVP. Okay, I don't know why that took me so long to do, but yeah, he was one of the best players in MPL. Had a really, 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 really good record, and is a tours player. So that means they're incredibly consistent. So yeah, Contra should go for quite a bit, especially since obviously he showed that he's very able to adapt very well when he has a good builder. So he should go for a good amount. Okay. Uh, yeah, I don't know why Contra's going for so little, at least right now. Alright, so he just went straight for a 20. 21.5. I don't know why he increased that much, but yeah, okay. I guess that means Booty is getting him. Very unfortunate. I think Lucky Piper definitely wanted a player like Gondra, but yeah. I don't know who Asif is. Yeah, I don't know who this player is, so I can't really say anything about them. Okay, so apparently they're an OM person. I guess I'll just do a quick user. Actually, I can't take my eyes off the draft. So I'll just do it in a separate tab while this goes on. But, yeah. Actually, I think I have heard of this player before. Yeah, I see. I think I know this player now. Yeah, they're very good at OMs. After looking at their profile, yeah, they're very good at stab modes. Very good at stab mods. Very good at everything else. To be honest with you, every other OM. So, and they're an OM slam commoner, so they just always are involved in OM. So I think getting ASF and just trying to get their to apply their talents to monotype is definitely very good. All right. All right. Let's see. Who do the Murkrows need now? Murkrows need another O. They need an OM player, period, because right now they don't really have one. They need a good OMs player and a good OM builder as well. So I don't know what their plan is for that. But yeah, I don't know why they're talking and not drafting right now, but that's kind of crazy. QT, they were drafted a couple of MPLs ago, and they were considered a high value player. I haven't seen them that much since then, So I don't know if they're still good now, but I guess clearly they're about to go above 10K, so clearly they must be good. Or at least the community still considers them to be good. So we'll just see. Alright, going for 14K, not surprising. Actually, it is surprising because I still don't know how good this player is at this point. It's kind of like Iza for me. I haven't seen them in a long time, and they haven't really been around the community. So, because they definitely used to be a part of the community, but I don't really know how good they are. So, yeah, I don't know. They might still be good though. I know they're very involved in OMs, so if they actually made a comeback in the OMs department, then yeah, definitely worth this price. But otherwise, if they're just buying him just because he decided to sign up, I don't know. All right. So now it's the Tsundere Serenas. Hmm. They also need an OM player. A lot of people just need OM players right now. I think the only people that are good on OM players or like OM mains are like Pandas, us, obviously, the Weeaboo War Turtles, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I think everyone else is just like kind of yikes on the OMs department. Yeah, Prosaic did not sign up, so that's unfortunate for his draft. All right, Voodoo is a heavily respected, very very respected monotype player, so it's probably gonna go for a decent amount. Not a really high value pick in MWP, but definitely a good MPL pick. Went for 4K. That's only 1K more than me. That's kind of nutty. But alright. I still think 4K for Voodoo is very a very big steal, to be honest with you. Considering how respected he is in the community and how many results he's put up. So yeah, I don't know. Seems like a steal to me, especially if it's only 1K over me, which people dread having me on their team. So yeah, definitely seems like a steal. I don't know why Zap is talking about toxicity when he's the most toxic user. It's actually insane. But I don't know why they're still talking. Like, why are we not nomming people? Torkoal is nomming Smub. Smub is an all-rounder, just like me and the Sim. He's not very respected in the community, though, and since he's not in any of the friend groups, he doesn't really get to talk that much to other players. So all of his skill is just kind of done on the ladder, which is not a great place. And he occasionally signs up for tournaments like MLT, Monotype Ladder Tournament, so I do think he'll go for a decent amount, but probably not over like 12K or something. All right, 10.5. All right, so the Murkrows bought him. Might be an okay buy for them. I don't know what the Pavilions are doing still. It's actually kind of insane. I really need to go get some food soon, but that's irrelevant to this. Yes, Matt is definitely saving the rest of his money for Gorex. Andy boy. Wait. Ah, that's unfortunate. Ah, dear. Why did so many people delete their signups? Like, why sign up if you're just gonna delete it later? It's actually insane. Like, I know quite a few people delete their signups because people in this community bullied them out of the tournament, but like, I didn't think so many people did that. That's actually insane. Nalik should go for like at least 20K. He's like pretty much a guaranteed win in LC. So, and he's very good at building LC as well. Like his building for LC is like on another level. So I definitely think he should go for a lot here. It's literally like a free. It's almost as free as getting Ticken for Mono Thread. Like it's actually almost that good. He's actually just that good at LC. And Mono LC, he's very proven in Mono LC as well. I'm pretty sure he went like nearly undefeated in pretty much every single MWP he's been part of, every BLT as well. When it comes to whenever Mono LC was like a tier, he did incredibly well in there. So yeah, Nalik's very valuable. Incredibly valuable. He's getting put in LC. I don't think you really put him in anywhere else because like there's not really a lot of other LC players, period. And if you have like one of the best LC players, there's just no reason to not put him in there. Just doesn't make sense. You'd actually be throwing if you didn't put him in LC. Yeah, Nalik is also very good at threat. I can attest to that, but I do think that you would put him in LC, not in threat. Or depending on your team composition, maybe you put him in threat and then have him help build LC because LC is definitely not like a hard tier to play because it's very erratic and it's like mainly a building based tier, a lot like Mono Threat actually. So you could have Nalik just basically help build LC and then just win Mono Threat, or you could just do vice versa. It's really he's a good buy regardless of what you do. He's good in both tiers, and I'd say he's a free win in LC, but he's very good in Mono Threat. I think you'd get more value out of him in LC though. I think, at least in my opinion. I think he's a very, very valuable pick in LC. All right. Toxinix is incredibly underrated, I think. He's very good. He's a very good player. Well, he's good, but he's not like Chaitanya good. He's not Trichotomy good. He's good, though. He's not bad. Yeah, he's oh yeah, he plays mono threat. I forgot about that, but he plays other tiers as well. But yeah, he's very, very good at mono threat. Uh, he's not Tikkun or Kev good, but he can beat them for without a doubt. If there's anyone who can beat them, it's him. He's very valuable in mono threat and a very good cheap pick to get for sure. Good budget pick. The Pavilions get him. That's gonna be very interesting for their team comp. All right, Lucky Piper definitely wants Crashy. He has a lot of faith in that user, so. All right, I do not know why Crashy is going for this much, but I. Why is Bondi bidding so much? Why, Bondi? What are you doing? I actually do not know why Bondi is bidding this much on him. Oh my god, and Mateus out of nowhere? Oh dear. Bro, the sad part is that Mateus can actually just go for him. Alright, so he did get Crashy. I think he came at a cost that he wasn't expecting, though. Alright, Maroon. Maroon is the Natdex tier leader, the monotype Natdex tier leader. So, I definitely do think he should be worth something just because of that. I don't know about his actual playing ability, but he definitely is the Natdex tier leader. So clearly his knowledge of the tier is going to be incredibly valuable. Whether or not that results in him playing well, I do not know, but I definitely do think he's incredibly valuable in a Natdex slot. So I don't know about the other tiers, by the way. I don't think he's that spectacular in the other tiers, but in Natdex, he'll be very, very, very valuable. Why is Apprentice Switch spitting nonsense right now? Actually. Alright, 15k is like kind of high for Maroon, but I think that's purely because of his Natdex potential. Eternal Spirit, I do not know this player. I know he's a Tor player, but I do not know what he would do at all. I really do not know what Eternal Spirit would do in this tournament. Maybe they'll put him in SS or something? Like, I really don't know. I really, really don't know. But yeah. I don't know how much they're worth. Like I said, I really do not know this player very well. I know he's a Taurus player, but I just do not know what he'd do. I don't know what he offers to the table. I guess they might just like put him in any tier and just expect him to do well. I mean, that strategy has proven to work because last MPO is a perfect example of that. So, um, I don't know. He'll probably go for a modest amount. Because after all, you could be a really good Taurus player, but you could suck at monotype, especially if you don't get the support you need. Because I'll always remember that one replay where the Tor player didn't know about. This is back in Sun and Moon. The Tor player didn't know. I don't know who it was, so be thankful for that, whoever you are. But they basically just lost against a certain monotype specific muck set when they were fairy against Dark, I think it was. Yeah, it was against Dark, and they couldn't break this muck set at all because they did the like most noob mistake and put Klefki out in front of it, and it was just like yikes. Fernand's very good. No, Fernand's not super good, but he's definitely good. Well, that sounds like an oxymoron, but just know that he's definitely a sleeper pick for sure. I think he can do very well this tournament. I really hope he does well this tournament, but we'll see. I do think Fernand's still very good, but he's not like Chaitanya or Trichotomy good. Obviously, he needs team. Well, yeah, he needs team support in order to work. I don't know why Haven's waited so long. I don't even know why you people like wait so long to do something. Alright, Ilama got bought for 3. Ilama's a very old monotype player. I don't really know about his results in anywhere else. I don't even know what he'd do on our team, to be honest with you. But yeah, whatever. Toto had a horrible MPL record last time, but he has shown that he's competent and knows how to play the tier. But I think his price is definitely going to get hurt by last MPL. So here's to hoping he doesn't have that same unfortunate circumstance happen to him this generation. I mean, this tournament. That is definitely not true because Nalik is way more valuable than him as a player. But whatever. I think, like I said, his price is definitely hurt by the fact that being toxic, not surprising. I don't know why these people are talking, but they're not like drafting. Alright, we're in the mid game now with this draft. We are at least halfway through. It's been an hour so far. And most teams have like 6 to 5 players. A few of them have 4. But yeah, we should be getting to the cheaper picks now. I think pretty much all the expensive players have been bought except for Ticken. I don't know why Ticken hasn't been purchased yet. Jordy is a personality. I do not know about him player wise. I think he actually is pretty good at a certain tier, but I don't know which one. I think it might have been like a lower tier or something. But yeah, I think he was like very popular and very good at that tier. So I don't know. If what Zarif said is true, then that might be incredibly valuable. Yeah, that might actually be incredibly valuable as a pick if what Zarif said is true, because Natdex, Natdex is a very strange ban list, especially Natdex monotype, and the metagame for Natdex is incredibly different as well. So you could Jordy could actually be very well just have like very good knowledge on what's good in Natdex and try to bring that over to mono and like try to change the metagame there, because the Natdex monotype metagame is definitely not very developed right now, and I think having someone who's experienced in a very developed version of that metagame definitely be incredibly valuable. So I think it's a good pick. Definitely a good pick. Jolly Took is finally getting drafted. Alright. Jolly Took is a decent OMs player. I remember them being decent in Stabmons, LC, and Natdex. Are those the tiers he's really going to play? That's kind of wild. Alright. Why did Haven self... Oh, never mind. He didn't self-bid. Why is he going for so much, though? I didn't think JT was worth this much, considering that people denied him a chance to actually play in a different tournament. So, I don't know. Alright, 8.5. That's very good for JT. Alright, Mosty Murkrows. Okay, so Booth, very popular tourist player. Every good player in the monotype community respects this guy for some reason, so he probably should go for a decent amount. He'd probably play like SS or maybe even Natdex. I have no idea. Mono Threat, oh, he'd get obliterated in Mono Threat. I don't think he'd be good in that tier at all. Especially compared to some of the other mainstays, because Mono Threat, unlike regular Monotype, is definitely a tier you have to actually play in order to be good at it, because Snow Janiri, Ziri, last time, got absolutely wrecked. He was a very popular player last time, but he didn't play Mono Threat very well. I mean, play Mono Threat very often. And it really showed, because he pretty much lost almost every single game in Mono Threat in that tournament. I think this is last MWP too, so I definitely do not think Booth is going to... If they put Booth in Mono Threat, it's just going to be Snow Janiri 2.0. At least that's what I think. So I think they should put him in SS. But yeah. Booth, definitely kind of a decent pick. I'm not really sure like how super good he is. I haven't heard a lot of good things. I mean, a lot of good results from him in recent times, but he might still be pretty decent now. I have no idea why you'd ever put Booth in threat. That just seems like a bad idea. Considering we have people like Ticken, Nailik, Toxin X, Kev, like those kinds of players are playing threat. You don't really want to put an inexperienced player in that kind of environment. It's just not a recipe for success at all. Alright, who's this? I actually did not read. Plaz. Ugh. I heard about Plaz. I'm not sure who Plaz is specifically. I think they're an OM player, if I'm not mistaken. He might be an OM player, but I don't know for sure. All right. Not really much I can say because as you know, I don't know much about this player. So, all right, 14K. Clearly, he must be of some sort of value. If you went for that much. It's now the Panda's turn to draft. Senta Scorchers still only have 4 players, but less credits than War Turtles who have 6. So this is kinda not looking good for Havens and Into Hills right now, but hopefully they pulled their draft together. Ticken still hasn't been drafted, by the way. So he either just didn't sign up or people are just forgetting that he's like there. Or they're waiting until the end to try and like maybe that's Lucky Piper's strategy. Because like we don't have a mono threat player right now. Yeah, I think that might be a strategy. He's definitely gonna wait out for Ticken at the end and just try to like buy him when everyone else exhausts their money. Yeah, that seems like a good strategy from him. Because we definitely do not have a threat player. We need a good threat player too. So I think Lucky Piper's definitely going to try and get him. Kither has, I don't know. Kither has shown time and time again that he's just not super good. Because if you guys have seen one of my videos, I think Kither's like one of the users that I didn't intentionally bash him, but like there's a lot of video evidence of him just not being good. So yeah, I have no personal hate towards Kither at all. I definitely do think Kither is decent, but I don't know. Recently, he's just not been doing super well in the SS metagame, so maybe just put him in Natix or something where he's more comfortable, because he was definitely good in SM, but SS he hasn't been doing super well in my opinion at least. Because he's choked quite a few games in MPL, so I don't know. The Viridian Pavilions end up getting him. Yeah, they're basically almost out of money, so they have to get 3Ks now. I do not know who Beta Thunder is. Like, I just don't know them at all. They're going for Stabmon, so okay, based on the amount of bidding going on. Okay, if what Zuri said is true, then yeah, this is just another Issa situation for me. Except I've literally never heard of this player. Excuse me. I don't know. I've really never heard of this player, so I can't really say much. But if they're good in stat mons, then so be it. Alright, so the Murkrow's bought Beta Thunder. Don't know what he's going to do. Supposedly stat mons player, so we'll see how that goes. Stat mons mains actually is kind of scary me because they definitely know something that mono players don't, so I think I'll keep an eye on him for now. Let's see. The Serenas are up now. So, who do they need? Supposedly Jolly Togekiss is an OMS player, but I think they need more. They definitely need more OMS players. I don't really know any other OMS players that are left in the pool. At least as far as I'm aware, I don't think there are any, because I think most of the notable ones are already gone. So I don't really know who else they could buy. It would have to be random 3Ks. Why are they talking and not drafting? Come on, people, chop chop. See, Torkoal gets it. Jesus Christ. Why do these people just talk? Alright, Dew. Dew's very good at well, yes, he is good at SS. I can't say that, but I don't really know about Mono Threat. Wait, why is all even an wait, huh? That makes no sense, but whatever. He's definitely good at SS. And I really want him to do well in this tournament, so. Yep. Alright, we got Dew on our team. I think we needed more OMs players, but I guess Dew is fine. The Number Man. I do not know who the Number Man is at all. Alright, are these people just making stuff up? Like, actually, I do not know what is actual news and what is fake news at this point. I'm not gonna try and, like, listen to what everyone else is saying, but, it's whatever. So, it looks like the Vivillion's got Number Man. I really do not know what he's gonna do. Like, that is actually the player I have the least idea of who he is or what he's going to do. And he went for 8.5, so I don't know. Maybe he's like an OMS person. Alright, so the Vivillons definitely can only get 3Ks now. Because they cannot afford another player. They can only go 6K or higher. That's it. Dang, the Wartortle will still have a lot of money. Is Piper going to try and get him? That might actually not be a bad buy. Because he can still splurge on Ticken later. Assuming Ticken is playing in a store. Wait, why'd he up it himself? Oh, never mind, he didn't up it himself. Yeah, he didn't. He's gonna go all out for... I don't know what Fiker's gonna do, though. Is he gonna play an OM? Because we already have enough SS players, as far as I'm concerned. Or maybe he's gonna put him in... maybe that's where we'll put him in. He'll put him in Natdex or something. I don't know. I thought like Piper would save his money for Bro, why is that going so much for him? Wait, I hate Torkoal. Actually boomered himself. Alright, Adjustments is an okay player. I don't know why he's drafting Adjustments. We need more, Owens players, but whatever. We need Ticken. That's who we need. I don't know why he... Okay. We only have 21k now, so Sir Chester, since... Yeah, they're gonna get Ticken at this point. Assuming he's still playing. Actually, I'm just gonna look at the players remaining in the pool, because I needed to make sure Ticken is actually playing. Because, like, he's the only player that I'm actually, like, keeping my eye on. So, Ticken. It looks like he's not in the tournament, so... Alright, then. Well, if Ticken's not in the tournament, then that definitely changes things a lot. So yeah, I guess going crazy for him was definitely a good... Going crazy for Fiker was a good buy, but I still don't know if I agree with it. Because I don't know what he's going to do. Alright, we got 10 players now. I cannot believe he fell for that. I still do not know how I feel about the lack of mono threat on our team. This is Choco, so Choco definitely is a decent player. I've seen them do well. I think they had like one infamous moment regarding a Grinsnarl and Aegislash, I think, but I think besides that, they're an okay player. I don't know. Didn't Lucky Piper want to get tied? I actually do not know what he's gonna do at this point, but whatever. Cole 49. I don't know who this is. I guess this must be like a new player. Alright, think we're in the end game now, kind of. Everyone's under 30k, except for Ascent Scorchers, who apparently just do not know what a draft is. But yeah, I really wish I had some more stuff going on here. But unfortunately, there isn't really much I can do. Evigaro playing SS is kind of weird. I've never been a fan of this person playing. I mean, I don't have a problem with the person or their playing ability, but I've never been a fan of them like in monotype because they haven't really done exemplarily in a tournament before. So I've never understood the hype behind her, but I mean, she's definitely decent. So I guess it's fine if she gets drafted. She's a good pick, but I don't know. I just don't get the hype behind her. Alright, and Lucky Piper got tied for free, essentially. Not a bad pick. Tide, I definitely feel like Tide has slipped on a little bit as a player, but yeah. Yeah, Tikkun really just isn't in the tournament. That's kind of crazy to me. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how the hell we're gonna be, or even gonna like attempt to win the mono thread side of the tournament. That just seems impossible. Confide, he's an old head. I don't really know what he's gonna do. This is budget ending money right here that he's going for, so clearly he must be good. Torkels is going for quite a bit on him, so clearly Confide must be doing something right. Something tells me he just might be a flex pick or something. But yeah, alright, Incineroar's turn. I don't really know what the Incineroars need at this point. It seems like they have pretty much everything they need. They just need building support at this point. And Battery Yellow 7 kind of has that covered, so I don't know. This team definitely seems a little weird. They have a lot of. They have some decent players and then some really off the wall picks that need a lot of support. I don't know. This team just doesn't seem that great, but I think it can definitely put in some results. At least I think so. Draft already, you clown. Alright, Mascon's a pretty okay player. Hasn't played in a while though, at least not seriously. So I don't know why he's getting like up mid. stupid torque pools once again too slow. Let's see. Sundarius arenas are now up to bid again. Okay. Alright, come on now. What do they need? I think Maskin actually does play OMs a little bit, so I think they might be a little bit better in that regard, but still. I think they want a few more OM players. And I also need a mono threat, and I do not think they have one. Then again, my team also doesn't have a mono threat slot, like, at all. Unless they decide to put Vivalos in there, which I already stated how I feel about outsiders being put in the mono threat thing. It just does not seem like a great idea. But since Tikkun isn't in a tournament, it does actually lower the lowers the bar a little bit. It makes it a lot less intense because now you aren't going to instant lose. Because Kev is still definitely a big wall, but he's more beatable than Tikkun is. So. I don't know why Zarif is taking so long to bid. Alright, Tony Flygon. I've seen this person around. They're pretty decent, I guess, but nothing too spectacular. Mono threat. Ugh. I don't know about that. Alright, Tony Flygon. I might be mixing up these users, but I think he won a monotype seasonals. If I'm not mistaken, I think he won a monotype seasonals. I'm not sure if that's a different user. He beat Zugu to win the monotype seasonals. I do not know if that's a different user I'm thinking of, but if that is the user I'm thinking of, that is probably the reason why he's going for so much despite being a nobody. I think that might be the wrong user though, because why would he do mono threat if he won his seasonals in SS? I don't know. It's weird to me. It's very weird. Oh dear, he's going for quite a bit too, so maybe this is the seasonals winner? I do not know. It's still going. I don't know why they're waiting. Why did they wait so long? Oh my god, why are they dragging this out for so long? Are they trying to stall for something? Alright, so finally decided to settle on 16k. I don't know about putting him in mono threat though, but I guess he could do it. Since the level of competition is a little bit lower, but yeah. Roxy is now finally getting drafted. Probably will go for 3K. Okay, never mind. I got outbid. Yeah, Zap needed Roxy. Sorry if I'm a little quiet, but there's just not a lot to go off of, especially since this draft is so slow. It's almost been 2 hours. The mocks took at least like an hour and 30 minutes, but like this is ridiculous. This is actually gonna probably take like 3 hours to finish. I wanted to have lunch, but like, good God, this is actually just taking so long. I might not actually be able to eat. I don't know why we're waiting so long in between turns. Like, do these people not have their draft plans like figured out? Do they not have like substitutes or anything? Like, what is going on? All right, Power is a relatively well-known OMs player. I think he had a really good record too. So I don't remember much from last MWP, but I do think they were actually pretty decent. Power is a decent pickup. I think they went. I don't remember. I think they went for 20K last MWP if I remember properly, but I have no idea. All right, went for 6.5. Not bad. I know they're good at OMs though, so. Oh, okay, yeah. So it wasn't Tony Flygon that I was thinking of. It was Sensei Axu. Yeah. So anything I said about Tony Flygon is definitely wrong. I do not know who that user is. But yeah, Sensei Axu is the seasonals winner. The recent seasonals winner. He beat Sukabu Royale. So yeah, I actually do not know what Tony Flygon is supposed to do. I just don't know that user. But yeah, Tony Flygon was the user I was thinking of. But yeah, they must clearly be good because they won a seasonals. So I don't know. Yeah, I cannot wait to see what this player does. Very interested. All right, so we finally got Axu for 7.5. Not bad for a seasonals winner. That's otherwise unknown. The Murkrows. Who do the Murkrows want? I think they still need. Alright, so supposedly Tony Flygon is going to be their mono threat, so They probably need, like, okay, so they can only get a 3K, so whatever they get has to be decent team support, something around those lines. But yeah. Oh no, why are they still talking about this? Why can't we just have a normal draft? Why are we talking about someone's uh, love life instead of drafting? Like, come on, people. I'm trying to go eat. Okay, the archetype. This player does not play anymore, huh? Okay, yeah, 3K is definitely steal because this guy killed Ian like multiple times. He will basically beat any good player, but lose against any other player that's not that good, or at least not as good as like Chaitanya or something. He's definitely going to beat the because he has like a lot of hate for certain players in this tier. Jace won't even do anything. What? He's only good for Oraz or something like that. Still so much talking, but not a lot of bidding. This is why the draft has been over 2 hours. I'm actually good at Aztec and he's not playing. Because I'm honestly surprised that he's not playing. That is true. I completely forgot he was the host. That would make sense why he's not in there, though. God, why do these people take so long to draft? I wanted to eat today, but apparently I guess I'm just gonna have to wait like so much longer just because these people do not know how to make backup plans. TKO. I think they're a well-known tours player or something around those lines. I don't know. Definitely not. Apparently not valuable. Sky Solo. People were overrating. I mean, hyping up this player a lot before, so maybe he'll go for a lot this time as well. Don't we have Nate? I actually forget who we have on our team. We have. Wait, who is our LC? Oh yeah, Crashy's our LC. I do not know if he's gonna beat Nate, but I think he might be able to. Anyway, Hexel is also good at LC, but that's not the current player up for auction. That is Sky Solo, and Sky Solo is definitely one of the better players. Not really much I can say otherwise. He's decent in SS. Might be good in Nat decks. But aside from that, I do not know. Alright, well, that depends on what the water was, because if it's Gastrodon water, then of course he loses to Electric. Then of course Electric loses that matchup, because Gastrodon's the GOAT. But, yeah. Sir Chester sent to Scorch's need to draft, so instead of throwing shade, please draft. Please, I want to eat. Just let this draft end already, God. Lilbur, I do not know who this user is, so might be someone who just did well in tryouts. Alright, go for 6k. Martha is a decent player overall. Yeah, she might be 3k though. They were definitely decent during MPO, but they just unfortunately got hacked so much. They got hexed or bad MU'd and then got tilted off of bad hex, so yeah, it's kind of crazy. Alright, Isaiah, the 2-0 Meta Beast is getting drafted again. Alright, his has been up and coming in the monotype scene. He's been doing pretty decently in the Crown Tundra tour, so I think he might be of value. He definitely will probably do a decent amount of work in this tour. I think he's definitely valuable. Alright, looks like we'll be taking a pause. Alright, I'm Just Gray has been an up and coming in a monotype, but I guess he's still unproven, so he's gonna go for only 3k. Trash. Trash is an OM's player for sure, so definitely try to get your hands on him. Alright, he's finally getting Grab Yogurt. Alright, Rap Yogurt's actually been doing really well recently, so I do think that we can do really well with this player on our team. The problem with having 14 players is that uh, you have to rotate players out like really occasionally, and you can't like bench them all. Otherwise, it's just being a bad manager. But yeah, I don't know who Fisher is like at all. Fisher is probably a new player. All right. I think we're actually in the end game now. Fellyburn. Uh, all right. Someone's budget is getting ended this turn. All right. Torquil's getting him for 6.5. I actually did not talk anything about Fellyburn. I'm not sure if this is the same player, but I think I remember teaming him with him in MWP2, and he was pretty decent then. So I don't know. Maybe he was good. I don't know. I really just do not remember. Like everything from all my like the teammates besides like Catalytic, Kev, and Attribute, I just do not remember anything about. Like I just don't remember. Of course, we're waiting for Sarif again. Jesus Christ. God, I just want to eat, man. Alright, I wonder who Lucky Viper is getting last. Is he gonna get Trousers next? I hope not. um, oh yeah, Selpup hasn't been drafted yet. He's probably gonna get drafted soon. Why is God? Why is Sarif just not buying anything? Like actually, I'm actually just in pain right now. I might go AFK because I just need to go eat. And Zarif is just taking forever. He got TJ. I have no idea what TJ does for a team, but I guess they're good and popular, so. Alright, Murkrow's. This is going to be the Murkrow's last purchase. So they have to pick wisely for their last pick. Their team looks pretty decent right now. They got Sabella, LaRue, Maki's Fox, Star, Gondra. Mainly Tours players though, and like a few scattered mono mains. But yeah, it definitely seems a little weird. Very unorthodox, but it could very well win. But we're once again waiting ages for them to figure it out. It's not really much I can even talk about either. I'm just waiting for them to draft someone. Why am I being tagged? Alright, I still do not know why no one has been drafted yet. Like, actually, what is going on? Why is it taking them, like... Oh, wait, I forgot LaRue's in the bathroom. So, yeah. I will... Hopefully LaRue comes back soon. But in the meantime, I guess I'll just, like, change my profile picture, because now now that I have been drafted, I no longer need to change my I no longer need to keep this profile picture. Alright, I think I might pause the video here because there's literally nothing that's going to happen. I'll reopen it when it's, like, not bad. Alright, so I completely missed this, but yes, Ziri got drafted. Or is getting drafted. I hope to God he did not put himself for mono threat again, because he knows he's not good at that tier. He's going to play for SS though. Ziri's very good. I do not know why he is not going for higher, but... Yeah, Ziri's a solid pick. He's probably going to do well in this tour. Good pick for the mill tanks. Alright, did I miss someone else? Oh, Yami. Okay, so they picked up Yami for 3.5k. Not bad. Alright, so now we're waiting for Potown Panda's second to last pick, maybe? But yeah, hopefully it's good. But yeah, now we're waiting again for Flostover and Dugza to figure out what they want to do. They nominated Everest. I love Everest as a person. Not sure about them as a player, though. Alright, Everest has been drafted. Love to see it. Wish they were on my team, but it's fine. It's fine. I don't need him. Pretty sure attribute is straight. But okay. Alright, why are these people talk so much? Why is Sharif talking? Why isn't he drafting? Like, actually, please, hurry up. If these people spent as much time drafting as they did talking, I swear to God, this draft would be over by, like, 1:45 already. Like, I would not be talking. I'd probably be uploading this to... This would probably be on YouTube right now if these people did not talk so much. Jesus Christ. Still waiting. I'm still waiting. God, why? Why, Zarif? Why? Bro, why are they taking so long? Holy crap. Uh, so I don't know how much of this I just lost, but apparently it was still paused for whatever reason. I do not know what happened that made it get paused. But yeah, we're up to here now. I do not know where it last stopped. So yeah, but here are the teams right now. Here are all the teams right now. D2W was recently drafted. That's the most recent draft. But here are all the other teams at this point in the draft. They all look pretty decent. But yeah, this is how it looks right now. I also think Brumrush is a good purchase, but they're probably not going to get her. Alright, Brumi is now going to finally get drafted. Haven stole him, though. Very mean. Cannot believe he actually stole them. That's crazy. Fraulein is also pretty good. I've seen him a lot on the ladder. He does build a lot. He builds his own teams. So he's a self-sufficient player, which is definitely what some teams need right now. So North isn't really... He doesn't play the new gen, like, at all. He primarily plays Gen 5. So I don't really know if you want to get him in this kind of tournament. So yeah, I don't know about this. Yep, still waiting for you, Havens. But please, don't feel the need to move urgently. Take as long as you want. They're taking long again. Lay, loy, lay. It's not. Okay, yeah. Lay, loy, lay. There you go. Alright, let's see who's next. Leiloi is also a pretty decent player. If you build properly for them, they can actually do quite a bit of work. I still do not know why it's taking so long. Why is this draft taking so long? Good God. I might pause again. Because this is ridiculous. Like, actually, I do not know why it's taking this long. Yeah, they're just talking right now. I'm just gonna stop the draft. Stop the recording for now. And come back later. Just get this thing off of me. Damn. Alright, whatever. I'll be right back. Alright, I think we're back. Yeah, we're back. So they finally drafted Jay Stukin, who went for 5K. I don't know what he's gonna do. But whatever. Only 2 teams left. Only 3 teams left. Only 3 players can be drafted. Okay, they draft Riku Sakuraba, who is a very good general player, very good flex pick. So worth the 4.5K. And the last, no, not the last, second to last, Sirchester's sent to Scorches. Hopefully they don't take forever to freaking figure out who they want to buy. Alright, Shiba, I see. Alright, Shiba's a pretty decent player overall. Not sure what he's going to do in this turn. And finally, the last pick is Decay, who is an old head, and I do not know. I cannot believe Deflo did not get drafted. That's kind of sad. Alright, every team is finished. Let's take a look at the price list. Alright. I'm not sure if they're actually going to show the price list for whatever reason. Okay, never mind. Fine, someone looked at it. Alright, so final price list. Oh, whoops. Alright, so most expensive player, once you're liking, is on to Sundari's Serenas, along with a couple of other players who are pretty decent. Milkbag, Miltank's got Chaitanya and Dolly Power Core. Harp is also a pretty decent pickup as well, and then they got a lot of cheap players afterwards. Weeaboo War Turtles, Crash is our most expensive player for some reason, and Fight Thomas Steam is our second most. Fikir after that, and Vivalos afterwards. That's just a bunch of cheap players. Panda's got Attribute and Kev, and Catalytic as their most expenses, and then they got a couple of other decent players as well. Murkrows are mainly just Gondra, Star, and Tony Flagon, who I still don't know who Tony Flagon is. Conflux, Meteor, 7, and Asif are the most expensive players on the Incineroars. Centiscorchers have Trichotomy and Nalic, as well as Quantum Tesseract. And Viridian Pavilions have 35k Decim, and that's actually their best player. Not a good look. But, well, no, Decim is good. But, I mean, when he's your most expensive player and like the rest of them are just like under, like 20k under, that's kind of crazy, in my opinion. But, it's whatever. Overall, yeah, this seems like pretty accurate pricing for basically everyone. And I am very much done talking because it has been 2 hours and 30 minutes of me just talking into a microphone. So I'm going to take a break. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe for more. I'll probably be doing more coverage, probably manager interviews very soon. So stay tuned for that. But otherwise, I hope you all have a great day, and I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving yesterday. I mean, the day before yesterday. Have a good one.